back when I was in college and having that desire to want to make a difference. So my dream is come true. So in 2010, the superintendent calls me and he says, Roz, he said, I'm hearing all these great things that's going on out there with the BMW Academy. He says, how do you know you're making a difference? I said, I monitor. I get every report card. I keep up with discipline referrals. I visit all their schools. I'm doing all of this. He said, let's do a data study just to compare to see how well you're doing. I said, okay. So we got the names of all the boys who are in the program. And so I took them downtown and they did a data study. Man, when the data came back, the boys who come to us on Saturday were performing 36% higher on standardized tests in math and 24% higher in reading. And then in all the other subjects, they were performing higher. But the ACT exam was the big one, that all the boys who were coming to us, how well they were doing. So he said to me, he said, Roszalyn, what can we do to help you? As the school system, how can we partner with you to help? And I said, you know what, Mr. Silberman, if we could have these boys 6 days a week, I'm talking about Monday through Friday plus Saturday. I said, you talk about impact, we could do great things. He reminded me of Willis on Different Strokes. What you talking about? What you talking about? I said, think about it. If we had a school that was all male, I said, have you ever read about the Chicago Urban Prep School in Chicago? I said, have you read about the success? He said, let me check into it. I said, come on now. I believe we can truly make a difference. He said, let me do some research. Let me do some study. He said, but more importantly, let me talk to the school board. I said, okay. About, I guess 6 weeks later, he called me back to his office. He said, I went to the school board. I looked at that Chicago Urban Prep School. I saw what they're doing there. He says, meet with me with the board and let's see what we can do. So we met with the board. The board voted, gave us $1 million to start the first all-male college prep school in the whole Commonwealth of Kentucky. And we got to name it. And we named it Carter G. Woodson Academy. And we thought that was important because Carter G. Woodson is the father of African American history. He is also a graduate of Berea College, which gives that Kentucky connection. He is also a great educator. He also is the second African American ever to get a PhD in this country from Harvard University. W.B. Du Bois was number one. And just the fact, some of the great things that he has said, you know, his quotes, his thrust for education, and to have a school named after this man. And so our school board agreed. And so for one whole year, then we got to select our principal. And the principal was selected, the young lady that I'd been mentoring, who I had taught in school, and who was a part of BMW when we first started.
Was that Janae?
Janae Boateng. She got to be, is the principal. And for 1 year, she and I, as we were developing the school, we got to go to Chicago. We spent 2 days at the Chicago Urban Prep School, took the best from them. Then we went to Atlanta. There's an academy there called the Best Academy. That's an all-male school. We spent 2 days there. We went to all these different areas to take the best thoughts, the best ideas, and we developed Carter G. Woodson Academy. We also interviewed and were very selective of our teachers because we wanted teachers that looked like our boys. We wanted some men teachers. And we also wanted teachers who understood that they had to go through what is called the Gurian Institute, how boys learn differently from girls. And boys have to have hands-on. They have to be constantly challenged. They got to be doing hands-on project-based learning. And so after going through that whole year, we opened 4 years ago Carter G. Woodson Academy with grades 6 through 9, adding a grade level every year. And in 2016, we will have our first graduating class of Carter G. Woodson Academy.